let me preface this video by saying that I've been really sick lately. I actually got even worse after my last video, so I'm sorry if my voice cracks, if I sound stuffed up, if I have to cough or clear my throat or anything like that. I apologize in advance, but I wanted to make this video, and it's a little bit different. This is a video that's different from pretty much any type of video I've made before. I mean, but it kind of hangs on the political side of things, in a sense where I'm going to be talking about a published article, and kind of giving my opinion on it. It has nothing to do with religion or politics or anything like that. It has to do with a decision that a game made, and I want to give my opinion on it. Even though it doesn't affect me, I want to give my opinion on it because I hold kind of a questionable opinion on this. And so basically there is the game World of Warcraft. I guarantee everyone who's watching this video has heard of World of Warcraft. It's a very popular game, and they have a problem with botting, just like any other MMO. RuneScape, for example, had a huge problem with botting when I played it a long time ago. World of Warcraft has a problem with botting. Actually, I didn't even know they had a problem until about a year ago, and I used to play avidly. Like I was an avid gamer in World of Warcraft quite a few years ago. And I never knew there was a bot problem at all. So it might be a more recent thing, and I don't really play World of Warcraft much anymore, but I dabble in it occasionally. But there's a certain bot that I've heard of called Honorbuddy. And Honorbuddy is, from what I can tell, a well-known, widespread botting program that is pretty popular. I mean, something I'm going to say here, read here, will explain that. And it's a paid program that you have to pay for, but it does pretty much like everything. Like it has the potential to do everything in World of Warcraft for you, like leveling, questing, getting better, like PvP, stuff like that. It basically is an all-around bot from what I can tell. So basically there's this website called venturebeat.com where they posted an article. I don't know who wrote the article, but it doesn't really matter. But basically, if you want to find this, just Google Honorbuddy. It's one word, and you can find this article a little ways down. And so here is what the article says. Quote, widespread botting program Honorbuddy bit the dust today after Blizzard Entertainment banned more than 100,000 World of Warcraft accounts this week for using bots. Users widely reported Honorbuddy as being one of the mods that triggered Blizzard's bans of their accounts in the massively multiplayer role-playing game. Its website claims to have 200,000 paying users, not members. Bots in Warcraft are defined, at least by Blizzard, as any mod that takes action with players' characters without direct keyboard or mouse control. Today, as reported earlier by Eurogamer, Honorbuddy threw in the towel. Quote inside the quote, it seems like Honorbuddy was detected. Bossland wrote on Buddy forums, we are not sure, but looking at the ban threads, we think it's the most likely option at the moment. You ask yourself, what happens next? For now, we closed our Honorbuddy authentication. When we know any more details, we will inform you, end quote. So this is an article just talking about how Blizzard Entertainment banned 100,000 World of Warcraft accounts for botting. I didn't do the math. I probably should have, but 100,000 World of Warcraft accounts paying roughly $15 a month, maybe a little bit less if they have a longer membership, but essentially paying $15 a month is a lot of money. And I actually disagree with this. You see, back when I played RuneScape, botting was just a part of the game. It didn't really hurt anybody. It just kind of was there. I never bought it in old school RuneScape, but I knew people who did, and it didn't really provide much of a benefit. All it really did was take away the tedious part of RuneScape. Basically, if you're using a bot to level up, it took away the tedious part, and so you could just run a bot, and then you could go do something else. You could focus on homework, you could focus on classes, you could focus on hanging out with friends. It just took away that really boring part. Someone like me, I only got up to level, I think, 100 in RuneScape. I could have used a bot especially if like I restarted now, I could use a bot, in the fact that I've already been to level 100. I know what it's like. So I could use a bot to get to level 100 and then continue out where I left off. I don't find that very harmful. Then there's bots who use them for professions, for making money, which kind of hurt a little bit in the fact that it killed the market. There was an actual market built into RuneScape where certain items cost a certain amount, and then it went up and down. I mean, there was a whole trade of buying and reselling items on the Grand Exchange is what it was called, basically like the auction house in RuneScape, and it made people a lot of money, and it would tank the cost of things when massive amounts of these would be sold in the Grand Exchange at once. And so it was a little harmful there. And then there's, I have to assume there was bots for things like questing, which questing was kind of a pain in the ass. I hated questing in RuneScape. It was my least favorite part. On my main account that got to level 100, I had like maybe 5 quests done. Like, I just focused on leveling up my combat. I didn't really care about questing. And so I don't think that really hurts the game. And so with this, I kind of feel the same way. In fact, even so, leveling up, from what I can understand, most of the people use the bots for leveling up accounts, which it really already isn't that harmful. But here's the part that makes it completely irrelevant. World of Warcraft, well, Blizzard itself sells a feature in the game where you can pay, I think it's $60 to get an automatic level from 1 to 90. Well, just level up to 90. You could be any level, honestly. But you can pay $60 and it'll just boom, level up to 90. So this is essentially taking that out of the way and then just making it a more drawn out process, because obviously it's botting, but it still takes time. I mean, it's not just an instant thing. So Blizzard is still making money from the account anyway. They're just not earning this $60 or whatever it is from the instant level up, which honestly I don't think very many people use anyway. It seems like a waste of money. I would honestly, for $60, I would rather just spend that on honestly anything else, like a new video game, like NBA 2K16. I've been wanting to get that. Like, I would rather spend the $60 on that. So I feel like it's completely irrelevant there. And going back to, $15, actually, I'm going to do that right now because I have a calculator on my laptop. So 100,000 accounts times $15 amounts to $1.5 million. $1.5 million per month, with a little margin of error. Like, you can't assume that that's the actual amount, because I don't have enough information. Some of these could be free accounts where they're not paying for a membership. Some of them could be on a very long membership, so they get a discount, stuff like that. But I mean, I would say margin for error is probably like $400,000. So that's still like $1.1 million per month that they just lost right there by banning all those accounts. And for other things like, questing is leveling up, but PvP, there's honor, there's other forms of currency in there that you use to purchase PvP gear, which you use to play against other players, player versus player. And it takes a while to grind and get this gear. I mean, I've gotten a little bit myself. I used to PvP quite a bit. Not a ton, but I did from time to time. But it didn't provide that much of a benefit, especially now. World of Warcraft implemented a little while ago this thing that basically boosted you up, so all your gear is essentially the same. So whether you're fully decked out or whether you have some shitty gear, it essentially levels it to the same, which makes it irrelevant, especially in normal battlegrounds. And so I don't feel like that provides any sort of benefit there. I feel like it wouldn't hurt anything. There would be no damage done from bots being able to do this. And so overall, if I were to run an MMORPG like World of Warcraft, I would have maybe repercussions for the gold resellers, people who are clearly doing it for reselling opportunities. And actually, for that, I would attack the actual resellers themselves, not the ones who bought. But I would basically leave all the accounts intact. I mean, Blizzard is a company that wants to generate as much revenue as possible. I think it would be smarter if they did not terminate those accounts. Even though I do not condone botting, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for a video game. I mean, it gets you past the boring parts. Like if I honestly, like, if I would not judge someone if they told me they were botting from, they created a new World of Warcraft account and they're botting from level 1 to 100. I wouldn't say anything. Like, I wouldn't judge them at all, because it's completely their decision to do that. They're taking the risk of getting banned in this case, and it doesn't provide them that much of a benefit. It just gets rid of this boring, tedious middle part that even I hate. I fucking hate leveling up, especially in World of Warcraft. Like, the first 20 levels piss me off more than anything. I literally, I have paid people to level up. Not just like random people. Like, I've paid my friend to level me up from 1 to 20. And I paid him like $30. $20. I paid him $20 to level me up a long time ago from 1 to 20. Just so I can get past that shitty part. But yeah, overall, I kind of disagree with this article. I mean, this article goes on to kind of take the side of the players, saying that it's like players versus botters, and like all the players hate the botters. But I actually would side with the botters on this category. And so I disagree with this article. Once again, if you want to read it yourself, just Google Honorbuddy. I'm losing my voice right now. Just Google Honorbuddy and it'll be a little ways down, and you can check it out for yourself. Make sure to post your opinions on what you think about it in the comments below, and make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe.